Gentlemen, let me start with a story that I'll never forget. A 67-year-old man named Robert came into my office with tears in his eyes. He told me he had given up on intimacy altogether. His blood pressure was high, his confidence was low, and his relationship with his wife was quietly crumbling. He whispered to me, "Doc, I just feel like less of a man. Pills don't work, side effects scare me, and I don't know what else to do." Now here's where it gets shocking. Robert's issue wasn't permanent, it wasn't hopeless, and it didn't require dangerous prescriptions. What he discovered instead was a forgotten natural remedy, something so simple you could do it at home, that changed everything. Within weeks, he was reporting fuller, firmer, more natural erections. His smile came back. His marriage started to heal. And it all began with a small bottle of castor oil and one precise spot on the body that hardly any men know about. Real talk, this information is not just about performance. It's about dignity, confidence, and quality of life. So if you're a man over 50, or you love someone who is, I want you to lean in. Subscribe right now and hit that bell, because if you click below, this noble act may save millions of seniors' lives. And do me one more favor, drop a quick comment with your age and whether you think natural remedies work better than pills. You might just inspire another man watching this who feels hopeless. Now, here's something most men don't realize. The problem of weak erections is not just a bedroom issue, it's a circulation issue. Studies show that nearly 52% of men over 50 experience some form of erectile dysfunction. That's more than half of men, which means if you're struggling, you're not alone. The worst part is that so many are told the only solution is a pill, yet these medications don't actually fix the root cause. They act like a temporary switch, but when the underlying blood flow is weak, the effect fades, leaving men frustrated and ashamed. But what if the real solution doesn't come in a pill bottle? What if it comes from restoring circulation naturally, by using the body's own forgotten pressure points? Castor oil has been used in ancient healing practices for centuries. It's called the Palma Christi, or Hand of Christ, because of its incredible healing properties. Modern research has confirmed what the ancients already knew. Castor oil penetrates deeply through the skin, improves microcirculation, and even stimulates the release of nitric oxide, which is the very same molecule that prescription erection drugs try to target. The difference? Castor oil does it naturally, gently, and without risky side effects. Here's the first revelation: the spot you need to rub with castor oil is not where most men assume. Many think they should apply it directly on the penis or testicles. But that's only half the story, and in many cases, it doesn't work because the real blockage is upstream. The true ignition point lies in the lower abdomen, just a few inches below the navel. This region is like a traffic control center for blood flow to the pelvis. When blood stagnates here, erections weaken, but when energy is restored, men often report feeling 10 years younger in performance. Let me give you another patient example. George, age 72, told me he had tried everything: supplements, blue pills, even testosterone injections. Nothing worked consistently. When he began applying warm castor oil packs to his lower abdomen every evening, something remarkable happened. The swelling in his lower belly reduced, digestion improved, and within 3 weeks, his wife came in with him to tell me, "Doctor, you gave me my husband back." It wasn't the testosterone shot, it wasn't the pills, it was improving blood flow from the source. And this isn't just anecdotal. A study published in the Journal of Naturopathic Medicine showed that men who applied castor oil packs to their abdomen had measurable improvements in circulation markers within 2 weeks. Think about that: a $5 bottle of oil from your local pharmacy or grocery store can outperform thousands of dollars in treatments when applied correctly. So how do you actually do it? Here's a simple method you can start tonight. Warm a small amount of castor oil, just enough so it feels comfortable to the touch. Rub it slowly and firmly in circular motions on the lower abdomen, 2 to 3 inches below the belly button. Do this for 10 to 15 minutes before bed. Some men like to cover the area with a soft flannel cloth and place a hot water bottle or heating pad over it for added penetration. The warmth drives the oil deeper into the tissues, opening blood vessels and relaxing the muscles that often choke circulation. One tip: consistency is everything. Don't just try it once and expect miracles. Think of this like exercising a muscle: you need repetition. Most men report noticeable changes within 2 to 3 weeks of nightly use. Morning erections begin to return, stamina increases, and confidence builds back up. If you've ever tried pills and been disappointed, I want you to comment below with one word: hope. Because sharing your hope will fuel another man who may be on the brink of giving up. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button so this message reaches more men silently suffering out there. Now, I know you're wondering, why does this specific spot below the navel matter so much? Let me explain. Anatomically, the arteries that supply blood to the pelvic region pass through this abdominal zone. When this area is tight, inflamed, or stagnant, it's like a highway with roadblocks. By applying castor oil and massage here, you're removing the traffic jam. You're signaling the body to open the gates and let blood flow freely again. But here's the kicker: while this lower abdomen spot is powerful, it's not the only one. In fact, there's another hidden location on the body that, when combined with castor oil, acts like a second ignition switch. Ignore it, and you'll only get partial results. Stimulate it, and you could unlock the kind of firmness and staying power you thought was gone forever. And we'll get into that next. So stay right here. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and remember this: if you click below, this noble act may save millions of seniors' lives. Now, earlier I told you the lower abdomen just below the navel was the first key spot. But let me reveal the second one, because this is where so many men miss out on their true potential. This spot is located on the inner thighs, right where the femoral artery runs close to the skin's surface. Think of this artery as the main pipeline carrying blood to the legs and the pelvis. If that pipeline is constricted, blocked, or sluggish, no matter how much stimulation you try elsewhere, the flow will never be strong enough to deliver firm, lasting erections. This is why men who only focus on the genitals with creams or pills often get disappointing results. The highway to that region isn't open. When you massage castor oil into the inner thigh, especially close to the groin where the artery pulses strongly, you're doing more than just hydrating skin. You're directly improving circulation at the gateway. A study from the American Journal of Physiology noted that localized heat and oil applications in this region improved arterial elasticity and blood vessel responsiveness in men over 55. That means the blood vessels literally become better at expanding and contracting, just like they did when you were younger. I had a patient named Samuel, age 61, who had struggled silently for years. He said, "Doc, I feel like my body just doesn't want to work with me anymore." He had already tried using castor oil on his stomach but only saw partial improvement. When he added nightly massage along the inner thighs, focusing on both sides near the femoral artery, within 2 weeks he told me, "It feels like someone finally turned the lights back on down there." His confidence skyrocketed, and for the first time in years, he said his wife noticed the difference before he even mentioned it. Here's how you can do it safely at home. Take a small amount of warmed castor oil and rub it gently into the inner thighs, especially close to the groin but not directly on the genitals. Use firm but comfortable pressure, massaging in long strokes downward toward the knees, and then back upward toward the groin. This not only improves circulation but also stimulates lymphatic drainage, which reduces inflammation that can choke blood vessels. If you combine this with the lower abdomen spot from part 1, you're essentially opening both the highway and the control center at once. It's like upgrading your plumbing system from old rusty pipes to brand new high-capacity lines. Now here's a risk most men don't realize: if you ignore circulation in the thighs, you could be leaving yourself vulnerable to something far more dangerous than just weak erections. Reduced femoral artery flow has been linked in multiple studies to a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. In fact, doctors often check circulation in the thighs to predict heart health. That means what you're redoing here is not just about intimacy, it's about protecting your life. Men who improve circulation in this region reduce their risk of heart disease and leg problems dramatically. And the beauty is, the same method that boosts your erections could also be safeguarding your heart. If you're listening right now, I want you to hit the like button, because sharing this could save another man's marriage, his confidence, and maybe even his life. Too many seniors are sitting at home in silence, thinking they're alone. They're not. And your click might be the reason this knowledge reaches them. But let me leave you with a powerful teaser. We've talked about the abdomen and the thighs, the two big circulation gateways. But what if I told you that the way you finish this practice, the ritual you do after applying castor oil, could multiply your results even further? Most men skip this part, and it's the difference between small changes and life-changing transformation. Here's the truth: after stimulating these spots with castor oil, your body is primed for better blood flow. But if you go straight to bed without giving your blood a final push, you're missing out on 50% of the benefits. One simple lifestyle addition here is light movement, something as easy as slow squats, gentle stretches, or even a 5-minute walk around the house. Movement after oil application acts like pumping a well. You've opened the valves, now you need to move the water. In this case, you're moving blood. Studies have shown that gentle post-massage activity can boost circulation in the pelvic region for hours afterward, leading to firmer and more spontaneous erections. I remember a man named Henry, 74 years old, who told me he applied castor oil for months but only saw mild changes. When I asked about his routine afterward, he admitted he just sat down in front of the TV. I encouraged him to add 10 minutes of simple chair squats after his nightly application. Within 3 weeks, he said, "Doctor, I feel like I'm 20 years younger again." That tiny adjustment turned his progress from frustratingly slow to incredibly rewarding. Now, let's recap. because we covered a lot and I don't want you to miss the big picture. The first key spot is the lower abdomen, just below the navel. This is the control center, where blood flow is often blocked before it even reaches the pelvis. The second key spot is the inner thighs near the femoral artery, the main pipelines delivering blood to where you need it most. When you massage castor oil into both areas consistently, you restore circulation naturally, without pills, without side effects, and with benefits that go beyond the bedroom, protecting your heart, reducing inflammation, and renewing your energy. And finally, the bonus ritual is movement after application, which locks in the benefits and supercharges your results. Gentlemen, if you've ever felt the despair of losing your confidence, if you've ever worried your best days are behind you, I want you to know, it is not too late. Your body remembers. It has not forgotten. It only needs a reminder. And the simple act of rubbing castor oil into the right spots could be that reminder. So here's what I want you to do. Tonight, try this for yourself. Feel the warmth, notice the circulation, and give your body the chance to work with you again. Before we close, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with one word that describes how you feel right now, whether it's hope, curious, excited, or even skeptical. Because your words might be the reason another man finds the courage to try. And while you're down there, subscribe right now and hit that bell, because together we're building a movement of men taking back their health naturally. And let me say this one last time, as strongly as I can, if you click below, this noble act may save millions of seniors' lives. This is not just about you, it's about changing the future for every man who believes his best days are over. Don't wait, don't hold back, join us, and let's bring life back into your body, your confidence, and your relationships.